Did you know that there were hidden stats for characters and cars in Mario Kart World? Did you know you could avoid blue shells with red mushrooms? Did you know that Monty Mole has one of the shortest victory animations? Did you know that Real Racer and Junkyard Hog are currently two of the best cars for all Grand Prix speedruns? I didn't know any of this until I started speedrunning Mario Kart World, the latest entry in the franchise released for the Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Kart has been around for decades and has been a beloved franchise by millions, especially Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which was the best-selling franchise on the Nintendo Switch. Effectively, in these games, you go from point A to point B using the tightest lines possible to go fast. They often straddle a fine line between being a racing game and a party game. And initially, I really thought that Mario Kart World was just going to be another entry in the series that I'd play with my friends from time to time and leave it there. And not only that, Mario Kart World itself felt slower than Mario Kart 8. So needless to say, I had no interest in taking this game seriously. I essentially thought that this was going to be a baby game for babies. And that was the case until I saw this. Whoa! This blew my mind. How the heck did someone pull off a move like that in this game in the first couple of days? I had no idea at the time, so I began to look more into what is possible in this game. And that journey has not stopped for me since the game's release. And what I've found has continued to blow my mind. I invite you to come with me on my journey into the Mario Kart Speedrunning Rabbit Hole. And to do that, I need to go over the abilities of what you can do in this game. Starting off with drifting. This has been a move in Mario Kart since the very beginning. Effectively, you get a boost from drifting for a period of time, which helps you go faster. If you've ever played a Mario Kart game, you might be familiar with this by now. Next up are wall riding and rail grinding. These are two new moves added in Mario Kart World. These two moves greatly expand the surfaces you can drive on and interact with in this game. You can even wall ride into rail grinding, and then you can pull off an impossible... wait a second. Which game am I talking about again? Tying all of these abilities together are tricks. Tricks effectively enable you to wall ride, rail grind, and get speed off of bumps. Like absolutely everything. You're going to be using this ability everywhere. And if the devs just added these abilities, that'd be fine. It'd be a great iteration for Mario Kart World, but they've gone one step further. The developers have truly built a huge playground for all of us to discover and use these abilities, even in some scenarios where they don't intend. Well, probably a lot of scenarios where they never intended. While the core driving might feel a little bit slower than in previous entries, there's going to be so many more things we can do at any given moment. And that at its core is what has made me so interested in this video game. I've been playing some footage here showing off some of the examples of how you can use these abilities in the game. But if you ever want to see what is truly possible, just go into the time trial mode and check out some of the awesome records players are posting there. Some of these things that they're pulling off are absolutely insane. This game has so much for us to learn about it that we aren't even scratching the surface right now. People are going sicko mode in these time trials. I'd love to learn all these tricks, all of them, like all of them. I really wish I was able to download all information about this game simultaneously into my brain.
I know.
Mario Kart!
Show me.
This game also reminds me of another beloved Nintendo game that came out back in 2001, and that is Super Smash Bros. Melee. Wave dashing and other complex abilities that were found out by the community elongated the life of that game, and it raised the skill ceiling way beyond anything that the developer had expected it to. The community continues to revitalize that game, and the quest for improvement is never ending. This is probably me being naive or hoping too much, but I have a feeling that Mario Kart World has the potential to follow a similar path of development where players are going to really push the limits of what is possible for years to come. So, After learning all of this, I started speedrunning this game, which has given me a platform to put all my skills and knowledge to the test. I'm provided with a score at the end of a run in the form of a time. The drive for incremental improvement brings great satisfaction and absolute pain. I mean, I know I should stop. But there is so much to learn at any given moment, it's keeping my brain engaged at all times. I'm checking on speedrunning discords, looking at cool clips on YouTube, doing time trials, and even assessing spreadsheets and graphs. All of these with the goal of improving my time. Sometimes runs go wrong and it feels like the world is ending. Oh, or I can use it here. See the great grass here. No! No! What the? YouTube. I figured there's a cooldown timer on blue shells appearing, so I just figured. No, there's not! What the? YouTube. There's another blue shell like 8 seconds! Oh, that's okay. No, it's not okay. Why, game? But when a run goes right, it is one of the most satisfying feelings ever. Speedruns that I'm doing take roughly an hour and a half to complete. Successfully keeping focused for that long a period of time feels fantastic. When I pull off all the tricks and skips I've practiced in a run, implemented new routes, and using all my knowledge and skill to avoid items, culminating in the excitement of getting a new PB, and maybe justifying all the time I spent in getting it. At the end of the day, you might see a number attached to it, but what I see is all the hard work, knowledge, and fun I had in getting it. I think Mario Kart World has helped me find a new appreciation for speedrunning, and I'm super excited to be improving on my PB in the future. And of course, you can't talk about speedrunning without talking about the community behind it. As I mentioned earlier, I've been checking out the Mario Kart World discords. The people in there have been really cool and creative, finding insane tricks, routes, and character card combinations. And it's probably because it's my first time speedrunning, but I've never seen one video game community generate so many spreadsheets and graphs for one video game. And while we're on the topic, I have to talk about speedrun.com. This is the center of where all speedrunners are going to be uploading their fastest times in any given category. I've been having so much fun uploading my times and seeing how I compare against other people. And finally, I should mention all the categories that people are running against. These are All Grand Prix, All Knockout Tours, 30 Tracks Classic, Traveling Plumber, Free Roam, and Unlocking Mirror Mode. I've added a little description in what each of them are, but I'm not going to go over all of them in this video. If you're curious, go check these categories out on speedrun.com. I do want to highlight though, that the category I'm running is All Grand Prix with the modifier of no rewinds. Now, this isn't an official speedrun category. To me, it's a preferred way of running. Effectively, what I'm doing is not using the rewind function in the game to avoid blue shells and other items. I really hope that this is going to be acknowledged in some form in the future on speedrun.com, maybe even through a variable or something like that just to keep track of. Because right now, if I want to compare against other people using this strategy, I really need to search for it. So it'd be cool to have the option of a filter or something like that. This is my first time ever speedrunning a game properly. I've long watched speedrunners in events like SGDQ and various streamers on Twitch. And what I've realized making this video is how much I enjoy all aspects of speedrunning. And I'm really looking forward to being a fan and participant for years to come. So why not try it out yourself? There's so much to see and do, things to learn, and people to meet. You might find the same love of speedrunning for this game as I have. Now that I've finished this video, I can get back to learning speedrunning again. If you like what you see, please subscribe and ring that bell. It helps me a lot. I stream my speedruns over on twitch.tv/Henriflame, so come over and say hi. I really hope you had as good a time watching this video as I had making it. Bye bye!